Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Annual General and Special Meeting of Shareholders of VIQ Solutions, Inc. Please note that this meeting is being recorded. I would like to introduce Larry Taylor, who will chair the meeting today. Mr. Taylor, the floor is yours.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Larry Taylor, Chief Executive Officer and Director of VIQ Solutions. Welcome to our Annual General and Special Meeting. The meeting will now come to order. With the approval of the meeting, I will act as chair of the meeting. We have the following matters of business to conduct today. 1. Presentation of the audited financial statements for the year ended December 31st, 2025. 2. The election of 4 directors. 3. The appointment of MNP LLP as the corporation's auditors and authorizing the board to fix their remuneration. 4. The confirmation and adoption of the corporation's 2021 Omnibus Equity Incentive Plan. And 5. The creation of a new control person. With the meeting's approval, I will ask our corporate counsel, Andreas Kloppenberg from Dentons, to act as secretary of the meeting, and Rosa Garofalo of TSX Trust Company to act as scrutineer of this meeting. In order that the meeting covers all of the business items within a reasonable period of time, we have prearranged and prepared movers and seconders for the applicable resolutions. This procedure is not an attempt to discourage participation, but merely a way to expedite proceedings in a virtual environment. We have previously mailed the meeting materials to registered shareholders. Accordingly, I direct that copies of the documents mailed to the shareholders be kept by the secretary with the minutes of this meeting. If there is no objection, the reading of the notice of the meeting will be dispensed with. Pursuant to the bylaws of the corporation's business may be transacted at this meeting if not less than 2 holders are personally present, owning or representing by proxy 5% of the shares entitled to be voted at the meeting. I have received the preliminary scrutineer's report, and I confirm that there is a quorum of shareholders present at the meeting. I direct that scrutineer's report be annexed to the minutes of this meeting as a schedule. I now declare that the meeting is called and properly established for the transaction of business. As mentioned already, most registered shareholders have already voted by proxy prior to the proxy cutoff time. For those who did not vote in advance by proxy and need to vote today, we will conduct a vote on each resolution before the meeting today, virtually. To vote, simply click on the vote button on the left side of your screen, at which point the resolutions and voting options will appear. At this time, I will ask TSX Trust to please open the platform for voting on all resolutions. The first item of business is the presentation to shareholders of the financial statements for the corporation for the fiscal year ended December 31st, 2025, and the auditor's report thereon. Copies of the financial statements have been made available to each registered shareholder. In addition, the 2025 results were publicly disseminated through the company's various filings on SEDAR on March 31st, 2026. Accordingly, I will dispense with the reading of the financial statements. The next item of business is the election of directors. I will move to nominate Larry Taylor, Joseph Quarin, Bradley Wells, and Peter Panaritis as directors of the corporation to hold office until the next annual election of directors or until their successors are elected or appointed, subject to the provisions of the Business Corporations Act, Ontario, and the bylaws of the corporation.
I second the nomination.
A reminder to everyone that most of you have already cast your vote on these motions. Therefore, you do not need to vote again today on your screen. I now declare the nominations closed. Please proceed to vote on this matter. Thank you. The next item of business is the appointment of the auditors of the corporation and to authorize the board to fix their remuneration. I move that MNP LLP Chartered Professional Accountants be appointed auditors of the corporation to hold office until the next annual meeting of shareholders, until their successors are appointed, and that their remuneration as such be fixed by the board of directors.
I second the motion.
Please proceed to vote on this matter. The next item of business is to confirm and approve the corporation's 2021 Omnibus Equity Incentive Plan as required by the TSX Venture Exchange on an annual basis. I will move that the corporation's 2021 Omnibus Equity Incentive Plan be approved.
I second the motion.
Please proceed to vote on this matter. The next item of business is to approve the creation of a new control person. As such term is defined in the corporate finance policies of the TSX Venture Exchange of the corporation, being Mr. Bradley Wells. I move that the creation of a new control person of the corporation, being Bradley Wells, be approved.
I second the motion.
Please proceed to vote on this matter. TSX Trust, please close the polls. Based on the preliminary voting results, I can now confirm the results of voting. With respect to the election of directors, each nominee has received a majority of yes votes, and I declare them duly elected to act as directors of the corporation until the next election of directors or until their successors are elected or appointed. I declare the motion to appoint MNP LLP as the auditor of the corporation and that their remuneration be fixed by the board carried. I declare the motion to approve the corporation's 2021 Omnibus Equity Incentive Plan to be carried. And finally, with respect to the motion to approve the creation of a new control person, the motion has received a majority of votes, 4 votes, and I declare Mr. Bradley Wells as a control person of the corporation. Details of the meeting may be obtained from the secretary of the meeting. Is there any further business? There are no questions submitted in the chat, and as there is no further business before the meeting, I move that the meeting be terminated.
I second the motion.
The meeting is hereby terminated. Thank you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, the meeting is now concluded. You may now disconnect.